The Kiev major predictions have been released, and in a week we will get to see some great Dota, but in the meantime, here are my choices for the predictions in the Battle Pass. The information used to make these predictions was largely taken from either DAC 2017 or the recently concluded DPL, also taking into account the 7.05 patch changes. Starting in the hero section, for most picked hero, Earth Spirit seems like a fairly easy choice. He pretty much rides the line between very strong and OP, so picked a lot but not necessarily banned as often as other heroes, so you'll see him a lot. Most banned, Magnus. The hero is just pretty strong right now, with melee cores being as common as they are, and he has a CC that goes through BKB. Hero with highest win rate's a little more interesting. You want someone who's picked not very often, like a niche pick, but tends to win. Like one of those heroes, when you pick them, they just win. And I think Slark's one of those heroes. Like if you have a draft where Slark works really well, he tends to win that game. That's what he does. Invoker in hero with highest kill average. Invoker just gets a lot of kills. Sunstrike around the map just tends to pick up kills. I don't know. He does a lot of damage. Sure. This one is kind of difficult, but I mean, Invoker's as good as bad as any. Highest assist average, kind of have two choices. Earth Spirit's another good pick. Spectre, generally it's going to be someone who either hits everything in the team fight or, you know, like the illusion heroes that have Radiance. So Naga, Siren, Spectre, and Earth Spirit are all fairly good, as are Zeus is another good pick for highest assist average. Hero with lowest death average. Once again, you want a hero that doesn't get picked a lot, but when they do get picked, doesn't die, and Slark is very slippery. Naga Siren, hero with highest last hit average. This hero saw a resurgence, which is really depressing because holy fuck is she ever a snooze fest to watch. But, I mean, she just farms the whole map at once, so... Alchemist is another choice here, but he might see a little less play because of the nerfs he got, so I think Naga Siren is more likely. And I think Alchemist is a little better at ending the game a little earlier than Naga Siren is, so he tends to get a little less last hits. Invoker, hero with highest XPM. He's a mid hero, he goes Midas, and he tends to farm a lot. He farms very quickly too, and gets a lot of kills. All these things give you a shitload of experience. For hero with most kills in a game, Invoker, Sumail, other players like that tend to have just crazy games with him where they end up with 20 plus kills. So there aren't really other great choices here besides, like, I mean, Ember Spirit and stuff like that if they get out of control. Lifestealer if he gets out of control. It's just pick a really strong carry that tends to, you know, get the last hits on heroes, that is. And Naga Siren for a hero with most last hits in a game, purely because she just farms the whole map, and she's one of those heroes where if she doesn't close out the game, that game could realistically go to 80 minutes, and she's going to get a shitload of last hits. Like I said, Alk either tends to win the game, or they eventually have like an exit strategy to win the game, and not just stall it out. Moving into teams, which team will win? I mean, I'm just kind of hedging my bet on OG here. IG, Newbie, EG, I think are all great choices for who will win. Team with most kills in a game. Evil Geniuses tends to have a pretty aggressive lineup. They tend to get quite a few kills, according to the statistics. Team with highest kill average, IG. I'm not really sure on this one. It might also be EG here, but I think IG tend to play decently aggressive in every game. They don't really have slow strategies. They've been favoring that Lifestealer a lot, and Lifestealer likes to get involved, especially Burning. He really likes to show up in fights with a vehicle like Slardar. You just go, go, go ASAP. Team with fewest deaths, OG. I don't really like this category. I'm not really good at picking this one, but that's what the stats say, so I'll go with it. Team with most assists. OG tends to move as a group, so it makes sense that they will have the most assists. Team that wins the longest game. Evil Geniuses. They have on average longer games than other teams, but who will win the longest game? Kind of a toss-up. But EG is also one of those teams I think that definitely they go until they do not see. Like, they will keep playing with a 2% chance to win. If they can see that thin, narrow light to win, they'll keep pushing it until they have no chance whatsoever. And I think that, you know, they really don't want to leave games. Team that wins the shortest game, IG Vitality, for some reason, man, they are a scrappy team. They just like to go. Their games are short. They have very short games compared to, I think their games are on average about 8 minutes shorter than Evil Genius's games. It's nuts how fast IG finish games. Newbie for team with highest game length. Newbie is another one of those teams that will their strategies tend to not finish games. They build up those small individual advantages, and then eventually they will finish the game that way. And so Newbie, even longer games than EG. EG for team that picks most different heroes. Between Arteezy and Sumail, they pick a ton of different heroes. Far more than a team like IG, actually. And hence the team picks the fewest heroes, minimum 10 games. First of all, you need a team that'll actually get 10 games. With the way the brackets work this year, that should be every team. Yes, every team is eligible for this. So the minimum 10 games doesn't make any sense as long as they're counting group stages. And IG they like their certain strategies and they just keep playing it. So unless they're forced out of that strategy by drafting, then I think it's a fair one. Into player predictions here. Player with the highest kill average, Sumail. He gets shit done for EG. He just, every game, he's the person they rally around to really pick up those kills and let Arteezy play his PvE game. Player with most kills in a game, Miracle. Miracle's, he's a playmaker, man, is what he does. Sumail's another great choice here. Actually, so is Burning. When Burning gets out of control on Lifestealer, he gets a shitload of kills in single games. For lowest death average, it seems IG builds their team around him to some extent, really keeping him alive and preventing his deaths. At DAC, he performed far better than most other people as far as minimum deaths. So, player with highest assist average, Q. Q is just really solid support, really shows up to a lot of the fights. So he just ends up with lots of assists. Player with most assists in a game, you can either pick a carry that plays things like illusion-based heroes, or you can pick a support. I went with Kaka here. I think he really, on games where he really gets to show what he can do, he's in every fight, and he just, he's really hitting everything. Arteezy is another great choice there. Player with highest last hit average, SCCC. Newbie just loves to give SCC tons of room and just give him the map. And on games when, like Alchemist, he just vacuums up farm everywhere on the map, as well as Nog Siren. Player with most last hits in a game. I mean, oddly enough, I'm going to pick GH here, but when GH is on Siren, he just goes crazy, and he loves to get every single piece of farm that he can manage. Player with most GPM in a game, SCCC. Pick an Alchemist player. Like, I don't know, just pick one. It's really, really hard to say this one, but just pick one of the players that plays Alchemist, and I mean, whatever one has the best game will win that one. Player with highest GPM average. I feel like Newbie in general gives more space to SCCC than other teams give to their mids, and so he tends to just be the one that runs away with GPM and tends to have a fatter share of his team's pot at the end of the game. And Sakata really plays a huge range of heroes. It's several more than even the second most varied person. So it's very impressive how many heroes he plays. Turn predictions. These ones are a little odd. First of all, I don't know what the hell this is all about, but this one doesn't seem to make any sense because at minimum there's like 31 games, I think, in the main stage. So I don't know. I don't know what the hell this is about, but I assume this one's going to be a change. So subject to change on the first one here. Total numbers of hero pick. With how many games we're expecting, if this is including group stage, which I believe it is, then we're expecting close to 80-some games. 91 to 100 heroes is not unreasonable. I think it's actually fairly reasonable to see about 95 picked. Total number of heroes banned. This one's a little weirder. I think it'll be high 80s to low 90s. So I'm edging on the side of 81 to 90, but 91 to 100 is also kind of likely. Just depends on the way the meta shakes out. Most combined total kills in a game. Anything over 100 is a crazy game. I was also edging towards that like 101 to 110 range, but I think 91 to 100 is probably your safe bet. Longest game in the tournament. Over 90 minutes is a fucking shit show, so I don't expect to see that. I think much more likely is it's either the 80 to 90 or the 70 to 80 is the other one I would go to. I think it's almost certain we'll see a game over 70 minutes, but 80 minutes, I think I'm just kind of hedging my bet there. That one's Nah, that might be going a little long there. 15 to 20. I don't think we'll see a game under 15 minutes, and we might not even see a game under 20. Those games are actually getting quite rare that you're completely down and out of a game in under 20. But all it takes is one, so, hedge my bet there. Most kills by a hero in a game, 23 to 25. I believe at DAC, the most kills was 24 or 25. And that's, heroes like Invoker just going crazy. Most deaths in a game, 15 to 17. If you see that 91 to 100 game, you can expect the supports to be running that 15 to 17 death area. Most assists in a game, 32 to 35. I think I saw 30 some in at DAC, so 32, 35, maybe a little bit on the high end, but I think you can definitely get those games if you're going to get those longer games. A lot of pick up a lot of assists. And highest GPM by a hero in a game. If Alchemist is picked, then 1000 GPM every time. It's like the easiest 400 points ever. Other than that, I think I'm pretty set on these. I may change it up a little bit, but if that is, I'll put it in the description if I've changed my mind on any of these. But I'm fairly confident, as confident as someone who can be to make predictions. I think we have learned over the several battle passes now and time that has passed that everyone who makes predictions sucks pretty bad at them. Even using all the statistical analysis possible, you're still only, wow, you're probably going to be 40% chance of being right on this. So you never know, but you can do the best you can with the information available, and I think that's what I've done here. So if you like what these predictions are and you're thinking about using them, drop a comment down below, let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one.